Hello there. Like I promised you in my last video, I will do now the part 2 of the Maza's board drill exercises. So in the first part, you can check out the link below in the video description box. We are talking about skewers and forks. And now the second method, the second drill, which is advocated by Michael de la Maza in his articles and his book. I will link that all down in the description so you can check it out later, is so-called night sight. So the idea is that you get yourself very familiarized with night movements and well, how night moves and which attacks, which squares does it control. So this exercise also takes 2 weeks to complete, but it's constituted of 2 parts. So in the week 1 you do one kind of drill, then in week 2 you do another kind of drill. So let's start with week 1. So in the week 1, this is the drill. You start with your knight here on A1, and you just touch with your finger the squares it controls. Then you move it to A2, and again touch with your finger the squares it controls. Then go to A3 until you do all squares on the A file. Then you go to the B file and again do all squares on the B file. Then C file, D file, and so on, and then you, in that way, you cover whole board. So let me show you now this first drill. I will do the whole exercise so you can see how it goes. And I have to say I did this both of these exercises. So I did first week, what I will show you now, and then second week. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so the idea is when you put the piece to first see the squares, then touch them with your finger. So the idea is when you put a knight on the board that you instantly see which squares does it control. So put the knight, take a look, and then just touch the squares physically. Okay. Now, so once you see them instantly in your head, then touch it. So, and this goes really fast. So I'm now talking, so it's slower. Okay. Now we are finished with A file. Now B file. Okay. Look at the board. Touch the squares. So see the squares in your head, then touch them. Okay. If you want to learn the name of the squares, you can extend this exercise and pronounce the name of each square. But well, it's too slow for me, so I'm not doing this. I always try to do one thing at a time. So if I'm learning my night sight, I don't want to learn coordinates at the same time. I will learn my coordinates separately. This is my teaching philosophy in all subjects, not just in chess. So when you learn something, you should focus on one topic at a time. Okay. So the idea is, especially in the center, that you can instantly see the 8 squares knight controls. And then you touch it just to well, I think it's for body memory. So when you involve your muscles, your physical movements in the drill, then your body remembers. It's similar like muscle memory in other sports. So you train your whole body to recognize these squares. Okay. We're almost done here. Okay. Okay, let's go next. Okay. And the last file. Well, I might got something wrong. You'll probably notice if I did. On the video, everything is seen. Okay, so this is it for week 1. So do this every day for 7 days in a row. Okay, so after you finish this first week, you go to the second week. Well, in the second week, you use the concept of concentric circles, like in the part 1 of these drills. So the idea is to put your knight in the center of the board on d5, and then move it in concentric circles around d5. But in a way that you do legal knight movements. So for example, if you're here on d5, you want to go to d4, then you have to do it like this. Okay, and now do the whole circle. And to do this, I just cut out the post-it. So I put a piece of paper in the d5 so that I know what is the center of the circles. So I start here. Okay, and now I will do the whole drill. So I want to come here, then from here, and so on. You will see. Okay, so. And you can touch the next square just to keep in mind on which square you want to go. So here. And well, there are several routes you can take. Well, there are several routes you can take to come from one square to another, and you can choose any route and try to diversify. So if, for example, in one round you go by moving forward, then in the next round try going by moving backward. And when you do this over and over again during the week, you can choose different paths. Okay, so let's go here. And like in the first exercise, the idea is first to think, to see the squares, and then play the moves. So you want to go here, okay, then think, see the squares. Once you see the squares, then go. Don't just grab the knight and go, but think about. Try to visualize before you go. Okay, I will now play this quickly. So here, okay, go this way, here. Here. Okay. Here. 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 Once you get a grip, it goes really fast. Here. Here. Let's take some other route. Okay, I'm now rushing things. Okay, here, here. I don't want to get to the routine, so I try to find different kind of routes each time. So sometimes with backward movement, sometimes with forward, just to make practice more interesting. Okay, here, here. When you're not talking and when you're focused, it actually goes much quicker. Here, okay, here, okay, here, okay, here, here. Just let me try some alternate route. Okay, here, here, here. Let's do backward move. Here, forward move. Here, backward move. But for example, here. There are several routes. So here, let's do this way. Here, let's do this way. Here. So try to avoid routine. So try to choose different paths according to different logic. So sometimes you go right, sometimes left, sometimes forward, sometimes backward. Just diversify your paths. Okay, here, here, now here. This here, okay, here, here. I might got some wrong movements, and this is why you should do these drills, to make this automatic. Now here, I hope just I didn't miss the whole circle. It can happen also just to miss one circle, but okay. You got the idea. Here, okay. Now here, 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 here. This is how it usually goes fast when you are focused. Okay, here. Okay. And well, that will be it. So do one week one exercise, second week second exercise. This is 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, the idea is when you take the knight, you put it anywhere on the board. You should instantly see which squares it can go to, and also it becomes much easier to calculate. So you can test your skill by, for example, putting the knight here. So you can put the knight somewhere, and then see which squares it controls. You should immediately see this in your head. So these squares. And then try to see if my knight jumps to some of each squares, which squares would it control then. So for example, if it jumps here, then it will control these squares. So this is the idea, the skill you should develop using these kind of drills. Okay, so I think this is it. This is everything I wanted to show you for this video. And this also completes this two-part mini-series about Michael Della Maza's both drills. And well, I hope you'll find this useful, and maybe you should try to implement this, and well, tell me in the comments if this works for you, or whatever do you think about this method and this kind of drills. See you very soon for more chess, and until then, cheers.